It's 2024, and industrialization is on another level, from technology to engineering. We're in the times where the Great Wall of China is dwarfed by current engineering marvels. Welcome to the biggest megaprojects in the world, the Sphere.
But visit Las Vegas anytime after September 2023 expecting Caesar's Palace and the Venetian to look just as they do on the postcards, and you're liable to be caught off guard when you arrive by the inexplicable and absolutely gigantic Sphere parked just off the Las Vegas Strip.
You're one day driving down the city of Las Vegas, seeing all the neon signs and giant casinos, when suddenly you see a giant metallic sphere. That's the Sphere, a brand new, one-of-a-kind entertainment venue that just opened last September and cost a whopping $2.3 billion to build. It's so unique, some might even say it's out of this world. The outside of the Sphere is covered in giant LED panels that can show all sorts of images, like an eyeball, planet Earth, or even a giant smiley face. It's basically a giant living billboard that can rival the brightness of all the other signs on the Strip. But the inside is where things get really interesting. The Sphere is designed to be immersive, which means it makes you feel like you're part of the action. The inside is a giant sphere with a curved screen that wraps around the entire audience. This screen can show all sorts of amazing visuals, and the sound system is so good that you feel like the music is coming from all around you. The first big event at the Sphere was a residency by the legendary rock band U2. Their show used the Sphere's technology to create a truly unique and unforgettable experience for fans. The band performed on a stage that looked like a giant turntable, and the screen behind them showed all sorts of amazing visuals that changed along with the music. Another cool thing about the Sphere is that it's not just for concerts. They're also showing a film called Postcard from Earth that takes you on a stunning journey around our planet. And they're planning lots of other events in the future, so there's always something new to see at the Sphere. But you'll be surprised to learn that this massive $2.3 billion is one of the cheapest megaprojects there is. Three Gorges Dam.
When we talk about megaprojects, there is one colossus that really stands out, a project both vastly ambitious and hugely controversial. Almost 90 years from its inception to its opening in 2003, it is now the biggest hydroelectric dam in the world.
This brings us to the Three Gorges Dam. The Three Gorges Dam in China is the world's largest hydroelectric dam, but its story is riddled with controversy. Built with the grand vision of producing clean energy, taming floods, and boosting national pride, the dam has come under fire for its high costs and unintended consequences. The dam's construction, spanning nearly 2 decades, cost a staggering $28.6 billion. More than 1.4 million people were displaced from their homes to make way for the project. While the dam boasts impressive flood control capabilities, recent record-breaking floods have raised doubts about its effectiveness. Experts argue that the dam's reservoir is simply too small to handle the massive amount of water the Yangtze River can carry during extreme weather events. The dam has also been linked to a number of environmental concerns. The project has been linked to an increase in earthquakes, landslides, and erosion downstream. Additionally, the dam disrupts the natural flow of sediment, which is crucial for the health of the river ecosystem. Beyond the environmental impact, the dam's social and economic costs are quite a number. Many displaced residents faced inadequate compensation and difficulties adapting to their new lives, raising concerns about their social injustice and economic hardship. The Three Gorges Dam remains a controversial project. While some see it as an engineering marvel and a source of clean energy, others point to its high costs, both financial and environmental, and question its effectiveness in flood control. As the climate crisis brings about more extreme weather events, China will need to find more sustainable solutions for flood control and water management. Perhaps the answer lies not in trying to control the river's flow, but in adapting to the natural flow of the Yangtze and finding ways to coexist with its power. What are your thoughts on this one? The Fehmarn Belt Tunnel.
Now, it's to the Baltic Sea, where construction of the world's longest underwater rail and road tunnel is underway. The 18-kilometre passageway, due to be completed in 2029, will link Denmark and Germany. The €10 billion project crosses a stretch of the Baltic Sea known as the Fehmarn Belt and will have 2 double-lane motorways and 2 electrified rail tracks.
Next up is the Fehmarn Belt Tunnel, an engineering achievement of extraordinary magnitude, which is being built beneath the Baltic Sea. This 18-kilometer undersea tunnel, the longest in the world, is scheduled to open in 2029 and will completely connect Germany and Denmark, radically reducing travel times between the two countries. At a staggering total budget of more than $7.1 billion, this megaproject for infrastructure eclipses all of Europe's prior attempts. It is renowned for having a construction approach that is superior to that of the Channel Tunnel, which spans 50 kilometers between England and France. The Fehmarnbelt Tunnel will be made up of 89 massive pre-built concrete sections, each weighing an incredible 73,000 metric tons, more than 13,000 elephants, instead of the Channel Tunnel, which used boring machines. As the tunnel emerges beneath the Fehmarnbelt Strait, situated between the German island of Fehmarn and the Danish Isle of Lolland, it presents an innovative solution to the current ferry service. Traveling from Rødby to Puttgarden, a journey that presently takes 45 minutes by ferry, will be slashed to just 7 minutes by train and 10 minutes by car. This submerged passageway, officially named the Fehmarnbelt Fixed Link, goes beyond conventional transportation. It will claim the title of the world's longest combined road and rail tunnel, featuring 2 double-lane motorways separated by a service passageway and 2 electrified rail tracks. This transformative infrastructure endeavor is expected to reduce the train journey from Copenhagen to Hamburg from 4.5 hours to a mere 2.5 hours, making it a more appealing alternative to air travel. However, this undertaking has not been without its challenges. Delays and supply chain disruptions have impacted the construction timeline. The global increase in steel and raw material prices has necessitated careful monitoring to ensure a steady supply. But despite the hurdles, the Fehmarnbelt Tunnel represents more than just a connection between Denmark and Germany. It will be like a strategic corridor linking Scandinavia and Central Europe, fostering economic growth, job creation, and environmentally friendly transport solutions. Ingenuity Tunnel. China is undertaking another amazing vision, an 870-mile-long open canal, part of its south to north water diversion project, now the world's largest. This massive initiative, which has been in motion for over 5 decades, aims to address water imbalances by redirecting water from the water-rich south and east to the arid north and east regions. The recent surge in large-scale projects, including this water diversion effort, is a strategic move by the Chinese government to boost economic growth, responding to the pandemic's economic slowdown. The project, operational since 2014, has already channeled a staggering 54 billion cubic meters of water from the Yangtze River to northern China. In the latest phase, water from the renowned Three Gorges Dam from earlier will flow through the Ingenuity Tunnel, a massive open canal towards the Danjiangkou Reservoir at the Han River. This engineering marvel surpasses Finland's Päijänne Tunnel, spanning 870 miles and reaching depths of 3,300 feet underground in some sections, making it the longest and most challenging tunnel endeavor globally. Costing around $8.9 billion and spanning a decade for completion, this tunnel is said to carry waters from the Three Gorges Dam all the way to Beijing, further proof of China's engineering expertise. Beyond economic revival, the project envisions transforming vast wastelands equivalent to Chile's size into fertile land for cultivating crops like wheat, rice, corn, and beans. This could skyrocket China's annual food output by a staggering 595 million tons, potentially making the country a net food exporter in the next 2 decades. However, the environmental impact and the uncertainties introduced by climate change remain pressing questions. This monumental task, considered one of the most significant water engineering efforts in human history, unfolds against a backdrop of challenges, from high pressures and deep rocks to active fault lines and potential flooding. As China surges forward, we will watch, curious about the consequences and the remarkable changes this ambitious project might bring. California High-Speed Rail Project.
Getting from LA to Sin City may soon get a whole lot easier.
The high-speed rail project connecting Southern California to Vegas is one step closer to reality.
California's high-speed rail project has hit the headlines once again, this time with an additional $5 billion added to its budget, bringing the total projected cost to a staggering $105 billion, according to a 2022 business plan report. The project, initially estimated at $40 billion in 2008, has been marred by cost overruns and delays. The latest budget increase is attributed to the decision to reroute the train away from the Cesar E. Chavez National Monument in the Central Valley and the intricate process of tunneling tracks near Burbank Airport. The completed high-speed system is set to span 500 miles, connecting Los Angeles and San Francisco. Also, the high costs associated with rail projects in the United States, particularly in California, are not a standalone issue. The Eno Center for Transportation's analysis reveals a broader trend of U.S. rail projects being more expensive than their counterparts in Europe, even for projects of similar or greater complexity. Factors contributed to the inflated cost include the incorporation of healthcare and pension expenses into the direct capital cost of the project in the U.S., a practice distinct from some other countries where these costs are covered through general taxation. Contractors in California also face challenges like high methane zones in the underground environment around Los Angeles, further driving up project costs. Additionally, U.S. rail projects tend to have longer construction timelines compared to international counterparts. The report notes that U.S. public transit agencies often lack the necessary structure, authority, or experience to efficiently deliver major transit construction projects, leading to extended timelines. While international projects with underground components may have similar costs to at-grade projects in the U.S., increased investment in early underground exploration and a more robust design review process with standardized checklists are recommended measures to mitigate potential issues and reduce the need for costly change orders, according to the Eno Center report. Neom, Saudi Arabia.
He's creating a city at the cost of hundreds of billions of dollars where there is no city, no habitation of any size at all.
He really wants Neom to be something that hasn't existed in the world before. I think that's very important to him, that this is not modeled on anything else, even though other people might point out, it has similarities to other models.
And finally, the father of all megaprojects. Neom is a futuristic city rising from the heart of the Saudi Arabian desert, powered by clean energy and boasting innovative technology. This isn't science fiction, it's Neom, a massive project aiming to create a one-of-a-kind city with a budget of a whopping $500 billion. Neom promises a city unlike any other. One key feature is the line, a 170-kilometer-long vertical city designed to eliminate the need for cars. Think of walkable green spaces, a high-speed rail system, and millions of people living within mirrored walls. Pretty impressive, right? But Neom isn't just one giant building. It's a collection of zones encompassing diverse landscapes, from beaches to mountains, and even a floating industrial complex. Sustainability is a major focus, with plans for the entire city to run on renewable energy and create minimal waste. Neom has grabbed headlines worldwide, attracting big names in technology and business. However, the project also faces questions about its environmental impact, feasibility, and potential human rights concerns. Love it or hate it, Neom is a bold undertaking pushing the boundaries of urban design and technology. Whether it becomes a future paradise or a cautionary tale, one thing is for sure. Neom will continue to be a topic of conversation for years to come.